Hello, everyone. Have you ever stopped to think about what really separates successful people from those who struggle to achieve their dreams? The answer may lie in something that many ignore: mindset. Today, we are going to explore a fascinating topic that can transform your life: the millionaire mindset. Just imagine, what if I told you that the secret to becoming a millionaire is not just about making a lot of money, but also about how you think and act in relation to it? In this video, we will discover together 10 differences in the mindset of millionaires that you can adopt today. We will learn the importance of understanding the true meaning of wealth, how to set goals that really matter and, of course, how to deal with the challenges along the way. And to make this journey even more interesting, I will share some valuable stories and lessons that can inspire you to take the first steps towards success. So, get ready. If you are ready to change your way of thinking and start building the life you have always dreamed of, stay with me until the end. Before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any more videos of the channel. You will learn everything you need to become a beast about the millionaire mindset. Now, let's jump right into the video. 1. The outdated idea of success. Imagine that you are playing a board game with your friends or family. At first, everyone teaches you how to play in a specific way. They say, follow these rules and you will win. But as you play more and more, you notice something strange happening. The rules seem different from what they explained to you, and the way they taught you to win doesn't work as well anymore. Now, think about this in relation to life and money. From a young age, we are often taught that the path to success is something like this: you need to study hard, get a good job, work hard, save money, and avoid debt as much as possible. This seems to be the most common and safe advice that many people follow. But the truth is that, just like in board games, the rules for winning in life have changed. What worked for past generations may not work the same way today. And do you know why? Because the world has evolved, economic conditions have changed, and the way money circulates in society is also different. When we hear someone saying that we should save as much as possible and keep money in the bank, it seems like good advice, right? But think about it: will the money you save today have the same value in 10 or 20 years? What happens is that, as time goes by, the government, banks and economies in general end up creating more money, printing more bills. And what does this do? It causes the value of the money you have saved to lose purchasing power. In other words, what you can buy with 100 Brazilian reals today may be much less in a few years. Now, imagine working hard your whole life, saving every penny, and, in the end, the money saved is not enough to give you the life you dreamed of. It's like trying to play the board game with the old rules, hoping to win, but not understanding that the game has already changed. That's why so many people are still stuck in this outdated idea of success. They're playing a decades-old game, while today's truly successful financial players play with a completely different mindset. These people aren't just thinking about saving money and avoiding debt, they're looking for ways to make their money work for them. That's why we need to change our mindset. If you want to build wealth, live a millionaire lifestyle, and make the most of your opportunities, you need to understand the new rules of the money game. Today, the secret isn't working harder and harder or saving everything in the bank. It's learning to invest, finding ways to generate income even when you're not physically working, and constantly staying up to date on how the economy is changing. For example, today's millionaires are looking for ways to multiply the money they earn, whether through investments, businesses, or even new technologies. They have a mindset focused on creating value and making their money work for them, rather than working to earn every penny. And that's where the key lies: thinking like someone who's already won the game. When you understand how the game works today, you stop following old advice that doesn't help you move forward. You start to see the world with new possibilities. So, the first big lesson is this: stop following old ideas about financial success. Start studying how money really works today, and adopt a millionaire mindset. The more you understand the new game, the faster you will grow and achieve the life full of freedom and wealth that you desire. 2. What rich people teach us about money that poor people don't know. Let's imagine two childhood friends, John and Charles. They both grew up together, had the same opportunities at school, played soccer on the same team, and even dreamed of the same things: having a nice house, being able to travel, and providing a good life for their families. But, as time went by, something curious happened. John got stuck in a cycle of debt and financial difficulties, while Charles managed to build a successful life, with financial freedom and a breathtaking lifestyle. What happened? Why did they, who started out the same way, have such different destinies when it came to money? Here's the big secret: what you learn about money makes all the difference in your life. It's not just about how much money you earn, but how you think about money and what you do with it. And this is one of the biggest differences between the mindset of rich people and the mindset of poor people. You see, most of us learn from an early age that the path to financial success is basically to get a job, work hard, earn your salary, and try to save as much as possible. Sounds simple, right? But the problem is that this alone does not build wealth. It's like you're on a bicycle trying to catch up with a race car. No matter how hard you pedal, the car will always be ahead of you, because it's playing by a different logic. Now, think about how rich people view money. They don't see money just as a reward for work. They see money as a tool that can work for them. The main lesson that rich people teach is this: don't work for money, make money work for you. But how does this work in practice? Let me tell you a story. Imagine that you win a prize of 10,000 Brazilian reals. Most people, with that amount of money, would think about spending it on buying things they want, maybe a new cell phone, a trip, or a car. Nothing wrong with that, but the money runs out and you're back to square one. But someone with a millionaire mindset would think differently. Instead of spending all the money, that person would use some of it to invest, maybe in stocks, real estate, or even in a business. That way, that money starts generating more money, like a machine that never stops. And that's the big difference between the two friends, John and Carlos. John followed the traditional path, working hard, earning his salary and spending it all on material goods. Carlos, on the other hand, learned what the rich know. He used the money he earned to create more opportunities, investing and making the money work for him. That's what the rich teach. Instead of focusing on working harder and harder, you need to learn how to generate passive income, that is, earn money even when you're not working directly. This can be done by investing in businesses, real estate, or even in the stock market. And do you know what's most interesting? You don't have to be a genius to get started. Anyone can learn how to make money grow over time, as long as they have the right mindset. So the next time you receive some money, think like the rich. Instead of spending it all, how can I use this money to bring me more wealth? That's the real difference that can transform your future. 3. Why money is there to serve you, not control you. Now, imagine the following: you are hungry and go to a restaurant. There, you order your food and the waiter brings the plate. You eat, feel satisfied, and leave. What happened here? The money served to give you something you wanted, right? Simple. But many people don't see money that way. Instead of thinking of money as a tool, as something that is there to serve you, many people end up becoming hostage to it. It seems strange, right? But it is more common than you think. What happens is the following: many people end up letting money control their lives. They become so worried about bills, debts, and the fear of losing money, that money becomes a kind of boss. Instead of them controlling the money, it is the money that is controlling them. Now, what does it mean to have the millionaire mindset? It means understanding that money is there to help you live better, and not to trap you in a life full of worries. Wealthy people see money as a powerful tool that can work for them. They are not afraid to spend it, because they know that if they use it well, it will always come back to them. Here is an important point: money is a tool, not a goal. Imagine that you are building a house. Money would be like a hammer or a shovel. It helps you build what you want, but it is not the house itself. The problem is that many people are so focused on getting that hammer, that they forget about the house. They live their lives chasing more and more money, without thinking about what they really want to do with it. People with a wealth mindset think differently. They ask, what do I want to build with my money? It could be a business, it could be a peaceful life, it could be an experience traveling the world. They define their goals first and then use money as a tool to achieve those goals. In other words, they control the money, not the other way around. Let me tell you a story to illustrate this. One day, a very rich man was on a tropical island, enjoying his vacation. He met a local fisherman and asked, why don't you buy more boats, hire people, and expand your business? That way, you'll make a lot more money. The fisherman replied, and what would I do with all that money? The man said, well, you could buy a big house, travel, enjoy life. And the fisherman laughed, but I'm already doing that. I work a few hours a day, catch what I need, and spend the rest of the time enjoying my life here on the island. This story shows that, for some people, true wealth is not just having more money, but having time and freedom. The fisherman had complete control over his life. He didn't need more money to be happy. He was already using his money for what was important to him, while the rich man believed that money, in and of itself, would bring more happiness. The point here is simple: when you have control over your money, you have more control over your life. Money is there to give you freedom, so you can choose how you want to live. If you let money control you, you get stuck in a cycle of worries and fears. But if you adopt a wealth mindset, you use money to create the life you want, whether it's simple or extravagant. So always remember, money should work for you, not the other way around. Make money serve your goals and don't lose sight of what really matters. After all, the goal isn't just to have more money, it's to have a better quality of life, more freedom and more time to do what you love. Are you enjoying the video so far? So don't forget to hit the like button down below to continue receiving these types of videos. Now, into number 4. 4. Investing in assets, not liabilities, the formula for real growth. Now think about it. Imagine that you are planting a tree. If you take good care of it, with water, sunlight and nutrients, it will grow and, over time, will bear fruit, right? That's right, investing in assets is exactly like that. It's like planting trees that will grow and bear financial fruit in the future. But there are many people who, instead of planting trees that bear fruit, end up planting trees that only cause work. Let me explain it to you better. When we talk about assets and liabilities, it seems like a complicated thing, but it's actually super simple. Assets are things that you buy that will bring you money over time. Liabilities, on the other hand, are those things that you buy, but that only take money out of your pocket. For example, let's say you buy a house. If you rent that house to someone, and every month you receive rent money, that house is an asset. It is bringing you money without you having to work for it directly. But if you buy a new car, no matter how nice it is, it will cost you maintenance, gas, insurance, and it will depreciate over time. That car is a liability because it will only make you spend more. So, what do people with a millionaire mindset do? They focus on buying more assets than liabilities. Instead of spending money on things that will lose value or that will cost a lot to maintain, they invest in things that will grow over time and generate more money for them. Now, let me tell you a story that illustrates this very clearly. Imagine that you and your friend receive a prize of 10,000 Brazilian reals. You decide to spend the money buying clothes, a new cell phone, and even go on a trip. Your friend decides to invest the money in stocks and buys a small property to rent out. 5 years go by. Your cell phone is old, your clothes are no longer in style, and what about the trip? Well, the memories are good, but the money is gone. Meanwhile, your friend continues to receive rent from his property every month, and the stocks he bought have increased in value. Who made the money work for him? Exactly. Your friend. He invested in assets, which continued to generate money for him, while the things you bought, as cool as they were, ended up becoming liabilities because they didn't bring any financial return. Now you must be thinking, so does this mean I should never spend money on things I like? No way. The issue here is balance. The secret is to make most of your money go to assets, not liabilities. If you do this, over time, the assets you bought will start generating so much money that you can then buy liabilities without worrying, because the money is flowing back to you. People who have a millionaire mindset see money differently. They see each dollar as a seed. If they plant that seed in an asset, that seed will grow and bear fruit. But if they spend it on something that only consumes money, that seed will never grow into a tree. So, the next step for anyone who wants to build wealth is to start paying attention to where their money is going. Are you planting seeds that will grow, or are you spending it on things that will only cost you more money over time? Invest in assets, be it real estate, stocks, businesses, and watch your money work for you. When you do this, you are building a solid foundation for the future, and you no longer have to worry about chasing money all the time, because it will be running to you. 5. Create multiple income streams, how to avoid relying on a single path to wealth. Now imagine this, you are on an island and have only one source of water, a single well. What if that well runs dry? What do? You run out of water, right? Now, what if you had several wells spread out across the island? If one runs dry, you would be fine, because you could get water from another. The same goes for your money. Relying on a single source of income is like relying on a single well for water, it is risky and limiting. But if you create multiple streams of income, you can be much more relaxed. Most people rely on just one source of income, which is their salary. They trade their time for money, and as long as they are working, they are fine. But what if something happens and they lose their job? Or if they cannot work for some reason? This is like relying on a single well for water. If it runs dry, you are in trouble. Now, people with a millionaire mindset think differently. They know that the key to becoming truly wealthy and free is to have multiple sources of income. They don't put all their eggs in one basket because they understand that the world is always changing, and if one thing doesn't work out, they have other alternatives. Let's think about some of these sources of income. One of them could be the job you already have, of course, but what if you start investing in assets like we talked about before? Let's say you invest in real estate, stocks, or even a small business. These are sources of income that can continue to grow even when you're not directly working on them. Plus, with the advancement of technology, there are many other ways to create new sources of income. For example, you could start a YouTube channel, like this one, share your ideas, create content that helps people, and over time, make money from it. Another idea could be to start a blog, sell products online, or even offer consulting or courses on something you know well. And here's a story to illustrate. Imagine a person who worked as a teacher for many years. She always loved teaching, but one day, she realized that relying solely on her salary from the school was risky. So, in addition to continuing to teach at the school, she started giving private lessons online. Over time, she created a digital course on innovative teaching methods and started selling it online. Later, she wrote a book about her experiences as a teacher and also started investing part of her money in stocks. The result? Now she has several sources of income: her salary from the school, online classes, the digital course, the book, and investments. If one day she decides to stop teaching at the school, or if something happens to her job, she doesn't need to worry, because she has other ways to earn money. This is what we call passive income. She continues to earn even when she's not directly working. People with a wealth mindset understand that the secret is not just to work more to earn more, but to create several ways to make money work for you. They know that when you have multiple sources of income, you have more security, freedom, and peace of mind. The tip here is, start small, with an idea that you like and that can grow over time. It could be a hobby, a talent, or a skill that you already have. The important thing is to plant several seeds and let them grow, so that in the future, you will have more to harvest. 6. The power of leverage: how to do more with less. Imagine that you are trying to lift a giant boulder by yourself. You push and strain, and yet the boulder barely moves. Now imagine that you have a tool, like a lever, and with the same force you used before, you can suddenly move the boulder easily. This is what we call leverage, using something that amplifies your strength and helps you achieve more with less effort. In the world of money, leverage works the same way. People with a millionaire mindset use leverage to get more things done, faster, without having to work infinitely harder. And there are many types of leverage that you can use. First, there is the leverage of money. When you invest, your money is working for you, without you having to be there all the time. Instead of earning only what you earn by working directly, your investments grow on their own. Think of a business. You can open a small shop or restaurant, and over time, if the business thrives, it can generate income even when you're not there, allowing the money to keep coming in. This is leveraging your money so that it can do more for you. Then we have leveraging other people's time. Imagine you're a good cook and you decide to open a restaurant. If you're the only one cooking, you can only serve a limited number of customers per day. But if you hire other people to help you, you can expand the restaurant, serve more customers, and make more money, without having to be in the kitchen all the time. That's the concept. Instead of doing everything yourself, you multiply the impact with the help of other people. Another type of leverage is knowledge leverage. Think about when you learn something new. At first, you invest your time to understand it, but once you know it, you can use that knowledge to generate results for a long time. A classic example of this is technology. With the internet, you can create a course, a product, or even an app that people will continue to use and buy, even while you sleep. The time you invested once in learning or creating something continues to bear fruit for a long time. Now, a story to make this clear: imagine a young man who always dreamed of being an entrepreneur. He opened a small cafe, where he made the coffee himself, served the customers and took care of the finances. At first, he thought he was on the right track. But over time, he realized that he couldn't grow because there was only one him. So, he hired people to help him: a barista, a cashier, and a manager to take care of the finances. He also invested in online advertising to attract more customers. As a result, the business grew, he opened new branches and, now, the cafe was operating without him having to be there all the time. He used leverage, money, people and knowledge. The secret to leverage is knowing how to multiply your effort and use tools and strategies so that you can do much more with less. This is how millionaires think. They don't get caught up in the idea that they have to do everything themselves or that they can only make money by trading their time directly for it. They know that when you use leverage the right way, you can expand your results and achieve financial freedom faster. And the good news is that you can start using leverage right now, in whatever you do. If you have a job, you can start thinking about ways to multiply your results, whether it's by learning a new skill that will give you more opportunities or by investing part of your money to help it grow. If you have a business, think about how to delegate more, invest in new technologies or expand your operations. Remember, leverage is like a powerful tool that helps you move the rock faster and with less effort. Use it to your advantage and see how it can transform your life. Did you know that? Tell me in the comments down below. 7. Fear of failure and the millionaire mindset. Everyone has felt fear at some point in their lives, right? Fear of making mistakes, fear of losing, fear of not succeeding. But here's something important: people with a millionaire mindset see failure in a completely different way. Instead of seeing failure as the end of the road, they see it as part of the path to success. Now, let me tell you a little story. Imagine that you are learning to ride a bike. In the beginning, it is almost certain that you will fall a few times, but that does not mean that you will never learn. On the contrary, each fall teaches you to balance better next time. Over time, you learn to avoid the rocks in the way and to pedal without thinking too much. Failure, at its core, is these falls. People with the millionaire mindset understand that each mistake brings a valuable lesson, and that is what leads to success. Now, let's talk about money. Many people are afraid to invest or start a business because they are worried about losing what they have. This fear is like a block that prevents them from taking risks and growing. But, those who think like millionaires know that making mistakes is part of the game. Of course, no one wants to lose money, but what makes the difference is how you deal with this situation. When a rich person loses in an investment or business, they don't complain or give up trying. They analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and adjust their strategy for the next time. It's as if each mistake is a step closer to getting it right next time. They're not afraid to try again, because they know that success doesn't happen overnight. Now, think about people who don't take risks. They can spend their entire lives doing the same thing over and over, afraid to try something new. And because of that, they end up staying exactly where they are, while those who aren't afraid to make mistakes are constantly progressing, even if they face some challenges along the way. If you want to change your life, earn more money, build wealth, it's important to accept that failure is not the end. It's an opportunity to grow, learn, and adapt. Think about millionaires and how they got to where they are. Did they never make mistakes? Quite the opposite. They made a lot of mistakes, but each mistake was an opportunity to improve and adjust their course. So, here's a tip: instead of asking yourself, what if this goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this if it doesn't work out? This change in mindset makes you stronger, more prepared, and more courageous to face new challenges. Deep down, those who are afraid of making mistakes remain stagnant. But those who accept mistakes as part of the process are always moving. And it is movement that takes you forward, toward success. 8. The value of time and the millionaire mindset. Now, let's talk about something very important: time. For most people, time is just a resource that passes by, and they often don't realize how precious it is. But people with a millionaire mindset see time in a completely different way. They know that time is actually money. Let me tell you a story. Imagine you're playing a board game. Each time you make a move, you have the chance to earn more points or advance in the game. Now, think about it. If you spend too much time thinking about each move and end up missing your turn, you could miss out on the opportunity to win the game. Likewise, in life, when you procrastinate or put things off, you are missing out on opportunities for growth and wealth. People with a millionaire mindset value every minute of their day. They make sure to use their time in the best way possible. They know that each day that passes is a chance to get closer to their dreams, to earn more money, and to build a better life. For example, instead of spending hours watching TV or browsing social media, they can invest that time in learning something new, working on a project, or even taking care of their health. But here's the interesting part: people who become wealthy often don't just work to make money. They invest their time in activities that generate long-term returns. This means they are always thinking about how they can make the best use of their time to become even more successful. They may read books, take classes, or even seek out mentors who can help them grow. This is all part of building wealth. Now, think about your own choices. What are you doing with your time? Are you investing it wisely? Every small step you take today can have a big impact on your future. If you spend a little bit of time every day learning about finances or how to start a business, in a few months or years, you can look back and see how far you've come. Another thing that people with the millionaire mindset understand is that time is currency. When you invest your time in something that truly matters, you are building an asset that cannot be taken away from you. Unlike money, which can come and go, time is unique and precious. Therefore, it is crucial to know where you are putting your time and how it can yield returns in the future. So, whether you want to become a millionaire or simply want to improve your life, start valuing your time. Ask yourself, how can I use my time today to move closer to my goals? This mindset will transform the way you live and work on your journey to success. 9. The power of networking in the millionaire mindset. Let's talk about something that many people may not realize, but is essential to becoming a millionaire: networking. Now, I know this word may sound a little complicated, but it really just means making connections with other people. And these connections can be the key to opening doors and opportunities you never imagined. Let me tell you a story to help you understand. Imagine you're at a big birthday party, full of kids playing and having fun. Now, think about how much more fun it is to play in a group than alone. If you connect with other kids, you can create new games, exchange ideas, and have even more fun. The same idea applies to the world of business and finance. People with a millionaire mindset know that success doesn't just come from what they know, but also from who they know. They understand that building good relationships with other people can bring unexpected benefits. For example, by meeting someone who has been through the same experiences you are going through, you can learn from their lessons and avoid making the same mistakes. A real-life example of this is the famous businessman who started his journey selling lemonade on the street corner. He made friends in the neighborhood, and one of those friends had a store that needed help. This businessman started working there and, over time, learned everything about running a business. Thanks to this relationship, he was able to open his own lemonade stand and later become a millionaire. Now, you may be wondering, how can I network? The answer is simple. Start getting involved in activities and events that interest you. This could be at a club, a school, or even online. When you meet new people, keep in mind that each of them can bring something valuable to your life, whether it be knowledge, advice, or even a job opportunity. Another important thing about networking is that it's not just about what you can gain. It's also about what you can offer. When you help someone, whether it's by giving advice or sharing your experiences, you create a strong bond that can benefit both parties in the future. Just like at a birthday party, where everyone has more fun when they help each other, in the business world, people remember those who supported them. So if you want to have a millionaire mindset, start connecting with the people around you. Never underestimate the power of friendships and relationships. They can be the fuel you need to achieve your goals and turn your dreams into reality. 10. The importance of learning from mistakes in the millionaire mindset. Let's talk about something we've all faced at some point in our lives: making mistakes. You might have spilled a drink, lost a toy, or even messed up while doing something. And while it's normal to feel sad or frustrated, millionaires have a different approach to their mistakes. They see every mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this. Imagine a young inventor who wanted to create a new cake recipe. He was so excited that he followed the recipe exactly, but instead of a fluffy, delicious cake, what came out of the oven was a tough, burnt batter. What do you think he did? He could have gotten upset and given up baking forever. But instead, he decided to analyze what went wrong. He realized that he had forgotten to adjust the oven temperature and that he needed more mixing time. What did he do next? He started experimenting. The next time, he adjusted the temperature and time. And with each attempt, he learned more and more about how to make the perfect cake. Eventually, he not only made the best cake, but he also became the most famous baker in town. This young man has the mindset of a millionaire because he learned to see mistakes as valuable experiences. Instead of feeling defeated, he felt motivated to try again. And that's exactly how you should approach your challenges, too. When something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this, or how can I do better next time? People with a millionaire mindset understand that every mistake is a part of the process. They are always looking for ways to improve and evolve. They are not afraid to fail because they know that every failure is a step towards success. So, if you want to be successful, remember that there are no failures, only lessons. Another important thing is that it is essential to share your experiences. If you have made a mistake, don't hesitate to tell others. Maybe your stories will inspire or help someone avoid the same mistake. This is how everyone can grow together. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Embrace your mistakes, learn from them, and move on. The millionaire mindset is not just about accumulating wealth, it's also about growing and developing as a person. Every step, even the ones that seem like failures, are part of the path to success. Look at all the incredible things we've learned about the millionaire mindset. Now that you know the importance of understanding what true wealth is, how to define your goals and the difference between assets and liabilities, as well as the importance of learning from your mistakes, it's clear that this journey is about much more than just money. It's about the way we think, act, and how we connect with the opportunities around us. But what now? What are you going to do with all this? It's time to put everything you've learned into practice. Start developing your millionaire mindset today. Set your goals, seek knowledge, learn to invest in yourself, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember that every small step counts, and every mistake is a chance to learn something new. The important thing is to persist and keep moving forward, even when things get difficult. And don't forget, the journey to becoming a millionaire is an ongoing process. You don't need to have all the answers right now. What really matters is your willingness to learn, adapt, and grow. So, how about putting some of these tips into practice right now? Finally, I would like to invite you to share your own experiences. What lessons have you learned along the way? What would you do differently? Your comments can inspire others to also adopt this millionaire mindset and achieve their dreams. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Let's spread this message of growth and self-development together. Thank you for being here, and until next time. Remember, your mindset is the key that can open doors to a life of success and abundance.